You can now bet on literally anything. And someone just turned $87,000 into $553,000 doing exactly that. This all happened just 71 minutes before the news officially broke. Welcome to the world of prediction markets, where serious money is at play. These markets saw incredible growth in 2025, expanding by 400% to $63.5 billion in trading volume. This is no longer a fringe corner of the crypto world. It's where big money goes to make its moves. The real question is, who is winning and why? We are going to explore how these markets started and what they have become. This entire idea started in a surprising place. An Iowa bar back in 1988. 3 economists decided to let people bet real money on election outcomes. From this, the Iowa electronic markets were born. And they were remarkably accurate, proving right 3/4 of the time, and consistently beating traditional polls and experts. Fast forward to 2003, when DARPA, the Defense Research Agency, tried to build a terrorism futures market. The belief was that aggregated bets could predict attacks better than traditional intelligence. However, Congress quickly shut it down amid public outcry. But entrepreneurs saw the potential. They realized a market that could consistently beat the experts could be enormous. This early success laid the groundwork for everything we see today. That potential was seized by Shani Copeland, who built Polymarket in 2020 at just 21 years old. Despite an FBI raid on his apartment and operating in a legal gray zone, he kept going. Today, Polymarket is valued at an astonishing $9 billion, and Copeland is a billionaire at 27. And this is where the story gets really interesting. Trump Jr.'s venture capital firm invested millions into Polymarket, and he even joined their advisory board. Soon after, Trump Media launched its own prediction market on Truth Social, called Truth Predict. This is not a coincidence. It is a business model. And it's not just Polymarket. Another major player, Kalshi, processed $23.8 billion in 2025 alone, showing just how mainstream this has become. But what happens when these markets attract more than just smart money? We just saw how prediction markets exploded. But this is where the wisdom of crowds gets very murky. Remember that person who made over $500,000 in just over an hour? It happened right before a major geopolitical event. And it was not just a lucky guess. This was advanced knowledge, plain and simple. The situation was so serious that the White House sent out a warning to its staff, telling them not to bet. Now, federal prosecutors in Manhattan are investigating. And this was not just one person. A blockchain analytics firm found at least 6 brand new accounts making similar winning bets. Collectively, they pulled in over $1 million. This was not a market predicting an event. It was a market reacting to insider information. This isn't just a US phenomenon either. In India, a platform called Probo was raided by authorities. They found it was essentially running an illegal gambling operation, disguised as opinion trading. The technology changes and the names change, but profiting from advanced knowledge or just plain gambling remains the same. So is this the future of finance, or just a new wrapper for old problems? So is this finance or is it gambling? That is the million-dollar question. And the legal system is completely split. The CFTC, the federal regulator, says these are legitimate financial instruments, similar to commodity futures. But state gambling regulators strongly disagree. They say it is just betting, plain and simple, and illegal in most places. Even Native American tribes are worried, seeing their protected $44 billion gaming industry threatened. This is not just a theoretical debate. In the US, a bill was introduced called the Prediction Markets Are Gambling Act. States like Illinois and Nevada are already moving to crack down on these platforms. Meanwhile, India has already banned real money online gaming. But here is the catch. Polymarket operates offshore, so it is still accessible in India. People there are betting on Indian elections, which is illegal, because enforcement is almost impossible. Indian legal experts are clear. If you are staking money on an uncertain outcome outside your control, it is wagering. The digital wrapper does not change the substance of the act. If you are finding this deep dive valuable, remember to like and subscribe to Business Undercurrent. We are always digging into stories just like this. But what does all this mean for the future? So what is the future of these so-called truth machines? We know they are genuinely useful. They often beat traditional polls and aggregate information with incredible efficiency. For example, Polymarket was more accurate than most media outlets during the 2024 election. That is real predictive power. But we also know they are becoming a playground for insider trading. The Iran strike bets on OpenAI product launches, even the capture of the Venezuelan president, these are not isolated incidents. They show the system is working exactly as designed by rewarding those with the best information. Polymarket's CEO even called insider-informed trades sort of an inevitability with a lot of benefits. And he is right if you are the insider. For everyone else, it is a rigged game. The real question is not whether these markets should be regulated. It is whether we can separate their useful predictive power from the dangerous incentives for insider trading. It seems you cannot have one without the other. Regulation is coming, that is for sure. But the smart money is on it, arriving after the next big scandal, not before. Thanks for joining us on Business Undercurrent. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories shaping our world.